A glance at recent headlines should tell you that this moment really is different. The stakes really are higher.
Former President Barack Obama made a return to the political spotlight today, delivering remarks on the upcoming U.S. midterm elections. Now, in a direct attack against Donald Trump, Obama had this simple message for Americans: you need to vote because our democracy depends on it. Delivering a speech at the University of Illinois, Obama said progress doesn't move in a straight line. The status quo is going to push back. He argued the country is currently in one of those backlash moments.
It did not start with Donald Trump. He is a symptom, not the cause.
Throughout his speech, Obama talked about how Americans were living in dangerous times, criticizing the Republican Party under Trump for undermining global alliances, cozying up to Russia, and capitalizing on resentment.
But over the past few decades, the politics of division and resentment and paranoia has unfortunately found a home in the Republican Party.
After Obama unleashed on Trump, the sitting president responded at a campaign event in North Dakota, telling the crowd this:
I'm sorry I watched it, but I fell asleep. I found he's very good for sleeping.
In an apparent response to Obama citing the rise of the far right as the reason for chaos and dysfunction in Washington, Trump, campaigning against Democrats, heightened a sense of urgency for his base.
We've got the agenda for the courts, the agenda for the borders. We want borders. We don't want people pouring into our country. We have no idea who they are, where they come from. And, you know, with these lotteries that we have lotteries from countries where people come in through a lottery system. Do you think that these countries are sending us their finest? I don't think so. Now, they would say that's a terrible thing to say.
Earlier today, Trump again had his focus on an unsigned New York Times opinion piece. He now wants the Justice Department to investigate who penned it. As the guessing game continues in Washington over who wrote the highly critical column, Trump renewed his call for the Times to reveal the author during a rally in Montana yesterday.
But for the sake of our national security, the New York Times should publish his name at once. I think their reporters should go and investigate who it is. That would actually be a good scoop.
He's now calling for a criminal investigation by U.S. Attorney General Jeff Sessions, though there has been no indication the author violated any laws. The column raises fresh questions about Trump's fitness for office and comes just 2 months before the midterm elections.